Let's talk about your college career now. And by the way, a little bit of a big duel coming up this weekend. Pretty
Yeah,
psyched about
we
that.
got look just a little,
Just a skosh. Talk to me about Oklahoma State, Iowa, man.
Man,
Like,
it's
what
gonna
is
be
that?
electric. It's gonna be
Well,
electric.
well, let's talk about the history first, right?
All
Like,
right, let's talk
there
about it.
is 50 years of history that goes along with Iowa versus Oklahoma State. I mean, it goes back to Gable and C and Smith and Brands, and now David Taylor's in the mix. And there's just this enormity of this rivalry, and I love that they wrestle each other every year. I love it. It makes my heart happy, and it gives me hope that we can someday, as a sport, embrace these rivalries more. But that said, do you feel the weight, and how does that metastasize in the Iowa wrestling room?
I think one thing that Tom does a really good job at is putting things in perspective. And of course, they wanna win. TNT want to win. Morningstar wants to win. Telfer wants to win. We all want to win this freaking duel, but it's the biggest duel because it's the next one. And there's no other reason besides that. Sure, there's history. There's Taylor's the new coach. You got Gilman as the assistant who's coming back. There's all these storylines that you can really buy into, but why not buy into it being the biggest duel because it's the next one? Why not? And that's something that Tom does a great job at is, with all these duels, he puts things into perspective because it's the big one because it's the next one. Hey, we're going to Luther. This is a big tournament. Why? Because this is the next thing on the calendar. All right, well, it's the Luther Invitational, coach. No, that's not what I'm saying. You're not understanding me. It's the big one because it's the next one. And that's something he preaches a lot. And it does a lot for the athlete to really think about that and to put it in perspective. You know what I mean? And yeah, it does bring a lot of anxiety, sure, about it being this big duel and so much weight is into it. But at the end of the day, the job's pretty simple. You just got to go out there and compete. I got a guy that I've have some familiarity with. I wrestled him last year when I was a freshman. He kind of took it to me a little bit, and I gave him what I could. But I'm just excited to be in my home for one, and for two, see how much I've grown in my wrestling. I'm really looking forward to just that.